Hey, here we go. Starting now. Yeah, it says we're live. Hey, what's going on, barbecue lovers and Facebook fans and everybody in between, man? I hope everybody's having a smoking week thus far and everything's going good for you. Just want to jump on here and do some little question and answer stuff. Talk a little bit about what's coming with the NBBQA National Conference, slated for February 15th through the 18th down in Orlando, Florida. About a mile and a half from Walt Disney World, I understand. So, but absolutely, man, super stoked about that deal and excited to have a whole bunch of people come and share what they know about barbecue to those who might not know as much. And that's what NBBQA is all about, man. We want to help everybody jump in and learn barbecue from those who've been there and done that, no matter what aspect of the barbecue world you want to jump into. So what's going on, Greg Snyder, man? How you doing, brother? And just wanted to talk a little bit more about some sponsors and some stuff that's coming up with the conference there as well. Man, I got to tell you, had a huge time this past weekend in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. The Show Me Center was just a super event, indoor barbecue event, about 28, 29 degrees on the outside, but man, on the inside, it was smoking. I know I say smoking a bunch, but it really was. It was smoking inside, but they opened up the doors on the side, it vented away, and it was not what you would think as far as a whole 40 some odd grills fired up all at the same time smoky. They had it figured out where it was actually blowing the smoke away. So anyway, man, awesome event coming up here with NBBQA National Conference. Want to go over, man, and talk a little bit about what we've got happening there. And man, listen, let me just say this real quick. A lot of people asking about the hotel and stuff. The hotel rate is total finished with everything after taxes is going to be about $140-ish a night. And compared to the area, that's going to be about half price. We worked really hard with the hotel there to make sure that was going to be correct, that we could do it and everybody have a cool place to stay without just going broke. But the Wyndham there has really been over backwards for us, and we are so thankful for that. But yeah, man, so if you're wondering, that's what it's going to cost to stay a night there at that hotel, and there's nothing going to be much cheaper around there, I guarantee you, unless you're staying in a flea bag place, and we won't guarantee none of that. We just guarantee we've got the lowest room rate there at that property we've got, and it is very barbecue friendly. Everything will be set up on that one property. We've got an outdoor exhibits. Our Wednesday night, oh, I can't wait to tell you about this, man. And we've been working on this for a while now, but it's called the Wednesday Night Welcome Reception Firefight. And it's a brand new event, the NBBQA, and it's something that I dreamed up here about a year ago after thinking about the Culinary Fight Club experience that we saw back in 2019 and a couple of other different events that we've seen on television. And also we just put all that together in one big clump, and we're going to make that our welcome reception. And Prairie Fresh is actually sponsoring that deal for us. So we're excited, but I can tell you, if you miss that event, that will be one that's going to go down in history that people are going to be talking about for a long time. We've got Todd Johns, Plowboys fame cooking that thing. We've got Rob and Amy Dopp from down in Florida cooking that thing. We've got Miracle in the Kitchen with Casey Jones, Judy Jones. And last but definitely not least will be Kathy Pullen coming all the way from great state of Texas to jump in there. And the 4 of those are going to be competing. They'll be serving up samples, showcasing their culinary skill sets, along with some of their teammates, whatever. We'll have Green Mountain Grills fired up there. They'll be cooking on for that event. And, man, we're going to eat good, real good that night, but we're going to have a whole lot of fun, man. Major amount of fun going on during that welcome reception. You want to talk a little bit about a couple of other sponsors. Barbecue Spot has working with our Awards of Excellence stuff. That's already been judged, and those top 5 recipients have been notified that they finished somewhere in the top 5. And so that deal will be happening on Thursday evening, where we do the AOE Awards live. Definitely want to check that out. A couple people have asked, will that be streaming live? And it will not. Now, somebody personally may jump on there and stream it live, but we'll be doing music, the whole 9 yards, so it's probably going to not survive a live feed. But we will be videoing it, and we'll keep all that stuff set up for later release after we get done. Just like last year where we videoed all the entire conference. This year, the entire conference will be videoed. And hey, let me tell you this, if you join up, register, whatever, you know how we do it. We've got 2 classes, educational classes going at once. You automatically get the video of the entire conference once we're done. And that'll be emailed out to you where you'll have access to that. And that way you don't miss anything. Even if you choose a class to go to live, you'll get to see the video and interact with folks who were there in that class afterwards on the back side of that. So you'll gain access to that even just by getting your registration there. Hey, let me talk about the hotel. I think I already said this. I got Lori Beth over here helping me out. She's our office guru, graphics guru, marketing manager. She's the jack of all trades. But February 1st is the most important deadline we have coming up for the conference. We need to have you registered by then, and we need to make sure you've got your room set by then. We've got a block of rooms, and they're holding them till February 1st. Now, after February 1st, those room rates are going to go up, and I don't know what they'll go up to, but the room rates that we have that I was just talking about earlier, you need to get that done by February 1st, okay? And don't wait till late in the night on February 1st. Over here in the comments, Lori Beth's sticking stuff up, all those details as well. So February 1st, put that down. That's the deadline. If you're thinking about it, you're on the border, man, don't wait, because you will miss out. And I can promise you, this is one thing that I want to do with every event we have with NBBQA. I want to make sure everybody gets their money's worth. So no matter what, if you've been in barbecue for a while, if you're looking to up your network, get some new barbecue buddies, if you're learning to get in the sauce rub game, if you want to cater, you're looking at doing a barbecue restaurant, man, I promise you, you will, with the money you spend at this conference, you will learn enough to pay you back with whatever venture you're going into. That is what we're working toward, and I always try to keep that in forefront of everything we do, is make sure we give value to our members and those attendees to any event that we do. Got to tell you, Churwine is back with us as a longtime sponsor. They'll be doing our name badges, man. and always got coolers full of Chur wine there for us to partake of. And I also understand they're going to be sending some of that new zero sugar stuff down there that everybody went crazy over last year. So they'll have tons of that. Got a shout out to Old Hickory Pits. Just got these yesterday. Yeah, look at here. A real goodie bag. You're going to get a goodie bag if you come. Yep, two-sided. A real goodie bag. And it'll be, we hope to fill it up full of all the sponsors, goodies, and all kind of stuff. But we just got these yesterday. So you're going to get a goodie bag with registration. All that stuff there. Old Hickory Pits, man, thank you guys for sponsoring that. And I'll be looking forward to seeing all of you guys down there for sure. A couple of other sponsors. We're going to eat really good. I told you we're going to eat really good Wednesday night. We're going to eat really good Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Thursday lunch is sponsored by Sucklebusters, Dan Arnold and that crew. Got a surprise that we're cooking up for you. Won't tell you, don't go into details because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But Dan Arnold and his crew with Sucklebusters helping us with the Thursday lunch. And then going on down the agenda, Thursday night, of course, will be the AOE Awards, sponsored by Barbecue Spot. We talked a little bit about that. Be a plated meal, for sure, no doubt there. That'll be our, that's always our, not coat and tie shindig, but we'll just call that, we try to clean up a little bit for that, for sure, as we pay honor to all those folks who placed in the top 5 in our AOE Awards of Excellence competition here a while back, a little bit back. Again, now moving forward into Friday lunch, Sonny's Barbecue, man. If you hadn't had Sonny's in a while, I'm telling you, those folks are smoking like never before, man. They have, I've been to 4, 5, 6 different locations in the last little bit. Down here in the South, they are very, very prevalent. And so I'm excited to have those guys come and share their stuff with us on Friday for lunch. I don't think it's going to be normal barbecue either. I think they're going to pull something out of the hat to do something a little different, showcase some of their offerings that they're doing in their restaurant. But they'll be catering Friday lunch to us. So excited about that, man. Got to give a shout out to SCA, State Cook-Off Association. Man, they'll be helping us on Friday night with the steak cook-off that is known as the Rhinestone Cowboy Cook-Off. My 2 seconds of fame was in 2013, the very first well, let me take it back. It's the second SCA event they ever hosted. The very first event they ever hosted at NBBQA. Brett saw him this weekend, and he told me when they walked away, they did their very first big sanctioned event was at NBBQA San Marcos, Texas in 2013. 80-something people, I think, signed up. And I won that thing. Cooking my dad's recipe. Man, that's sentimental to me. Dad had passed back in November before that, and I almost didn't go, but they talked me into it, and doggone, I won that thing. Cooking on Brian McLarty's grill after he had already turned his steak in, but man, never forget that, and that was kind of helped kickstart SCA, and man, they're helping us kickstart right on again, so we'll be doing the triple. Meadow Creek Barbecue Grills will actually be sponsoring those steak cook-offs for us Friday and Saturday. We're doing 3. We're doing a double on Friday. So if you're in the chasing points or whatever, it's where you want to be at. You'll get 3 opportunities to put points on the board. And of course, we're paying out cash. I think it's, what is it, $8,000? almost $8,000 total cash payout. With cash and prizes, it's a little over $8,000. So definitely, if you're into the steak deal, you want to check that out. Be doing an ancillary event. This is the one I can't wait to see. Is anything Florida. A couple people asked me this weekend, man, what do you expect to see? And shoot, man, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know if we're getting some gator up in that thing. I don't know if we get a bunch of oranges. You know, doggone, man. Might even get some iguana. As long as we don't get none of those pythons rolling around that come up out of the swamps down there in the Okeechobee, we'll be all right. But I guess we'll judge those too if they come in. but anyway, also want to talk about the bus tour. Backing up, the very first kickoff event will be the bus tours we have, visiting 3 local places there inside Orlando. And RoseNet is a company that's sponsoring that. RoseNet, man, we'd love to. They're going to get to introduce themselves. They're kind of breaking in new into the barbecue world. Good friend of mine, Todd Johns, Plowboys, has gone to work with these guys, and they actually help. Restaurant chains, with some of their logistical stuff. So on the back end of stuff, if you're a restaurant, 2, 3, 4 locations or more, they're there to help you, and we'll be introducing them a whole lot more coming up real soon. But they're going to be sponsoring our bus tour that'll be leaving out Wednesday morning. If you get on that bus tour Wednesday morning, we'll have you back in time for the big firefight welcome reception. We won't start without you, even if we have to start a little late, but I don't think that's going to be the case. We've got it staggered pretty good. So moving on, that's the bus tour, RoseNet, guys. I'm excited to introduce you guys to the barbecue world. Also got to mention Natural Tableware. We'll be doing all of our a huge sponsor that making us a sustainable event. All of the dishes that we'll be using throughout the week during conference will be provided by those guys. And man, if you're looking for a different way of serving food, whether you're catering it, whether you're serving it out, if you're trying to make some nice presentations in the competition world, or whatever you're doing, Natural Tableware, they've got stuff that they're going to be showcasing during the conference that is sustainable, man. I mean, this stuff goes away just like paper, and we'll also be using those containers in the SCA steak cook-off. They're hinged 9x9 clamshells, just like the normal styrofoam stuff, but once they go to the trash bin, they'll be gone in about 13, 15, 18 days. It depends. Each piece is a little different before it disintegrates or whatever, but definitely a lot more environmental friendly than the styrofoam stuff. So those guys will be there, and they'll be helping us, so you get to see all the samples of their stuff throughout the week as well. We mentioned Meadow Creek. Just did that deal today with Melvin Stolfus and his crew. They'll be sponsoring the steak cook-offs. Cannot say enough about Meadow Creek. Has been a long time sponsor of NBBQA. It's been a while since we've had them. But I am so excited to have them back, man. I can't tell you. And there'll be some treats coming from those guys as well. So stay tuned for that. Now, Saturday, let's talk a little bit. We're moving on down. Let's talk a little bit about Saturday. Saturday will be set up for some public to come in and take some master barbecue classes. And man, we have got some awesome names for that bad boy. We've got one class ticket. You'll get 4 sessions of master classes. You'll get Bob Trudnick, Mo Kaysen doing brisket and beef ribs, and that event is actually sponsored by Beef Farmers and Ranchers Association. Then you've got Tuffy Stone. Tuffy's agreed to come and do a class on ribs, all class. It's all pork ribs, and he'll be covering spare ribs, and he'll be covering baby back ribs. And Chairman's Reserve is sponsoring his class, or his session of the master classes. And then we've got on Friday afternoon, the master classes will actually start with Boars Night Out are actually doing a whole hog from start to finish. And when we get done prepping it on Friday, they'll throw it in the cooker. And that's what we'll wind up eating lunch on Saturday for those master classes. We'll eat that hog that the Boars Night Out crew prepped and showed you how to do it on Friday. And that's when the actual classes will start. There'll be the one session on Friday, 3 set up on Saturday. And last but not least, man, coming off his 7th World Championship is Shoulder King, Sweet Swine of Mine fame, Mark Lambert. He will be doing a Boston butt class. So for $200 if you're an NBBQA member. If you're not, it's only $300. Gives you all 4 sessions of that master class. There's samples coming out of each one of those master classes as well. And man, that's the value of the whole entire deal right there, brother. I can tell you that is that's going to be an unbelievable event, and those are sessions we hope to test out, try them out, and if we can survive at that price, put a trailer to them and carry them across the country. But that is the reason we can do it so cheap here, is because we're doing so much other stuff here. So if you're in the Orlando area or know somebody who is, man, jump on there, and you'll want to do those master classes for sure. So we've also will open up every morning. Mark Lambert and those guys will jump in with Faith and Fires Ministry. They'll be having Cook's Church every morning to kick off the conference. And man, I think it's that there's more folks involved, and I hope I hadn't left anybody out. I had a cheat sheet, but that don't mean nothing. We were sitting here writing, I added stuff. And hey, look, it's not too late. A couple people's asked, hey, I want a vendor booth. Man, it's not too late. Vendor booths with the registration is $300. So if you got wares that you want to showcase to NBBQA members, conference pass plus $300 gets you a vendor's booth all week long. That's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you can change from inside to outside. If you want to move from outside to inside by the end of the week, you are more than welcome to do that. So with that, guys, man, hey, listen, that's what we got going on with the conference stuff. We're just, if you're out and about this weekend, we'll be in Ocean Springs, Mississippi with the Shed, the big showdown, steak showdown down there. Man, can't say enough about Brooke and Brad and that event that'll be happening there. So we'll be set up down there. They said they were gonna put me to work sometime during that weekend. So I don't know. I'm game. As long as they don't make me jump in that creek back there, but I'm game to help them any way I can. But anyway, guys, hey, listen, we're gonna jump off here. We've run our trap long enough, but it's about 30 minutes or so, man. If you got questions, ask them over here. We'll be checking this feed real hard the next few days. And if you're curious about what's going on at the conference or what NBBQA is all about, ask us, man. Hey, listen, or if you know, you're kind of new and you don't really want to post it out in public, hey, call us, 800-385-0002, man. If I can tell you this, if I don't know the answer, which is a possibility, I know somebody who does. I promise you. I've been around long enough and blessed enough to have a huge network build up inside the barbecue world, 30 years worth. And I am a long way from a know-it-all, but I am blessed to have a huge network that I would just about say that entire network that we have access to knows just about any and everything that happens in the barbecue world. So whether they're willing to share it or not, that might be another thing too. But with that, guys, hey, listen, we love you. We appreciate you. Couldn't do it without you. Just remember, February 1st is when the cutoff is for hotel reservations. And we're trying to cut off sign-ups for the conference at that point too, just so that we get goodie bags for you, name badges done. And man, we want to plan a super week of barbecue conference for you. Again, that's coming up February 15th through the 18th in Orlando. But any questions, man, don't hesitate. Just ask away, and we'll go from there. But with that, we're gonna get out of here, guys. And if we don't see you at the shed, maybe we'll see you somewhere on the road here between here and then. But if not, man, you guys have a great day. And like always, man, keep it smoking, and we'll see you soon.